I know you know that change can be uncomfortable, but it is very necessary and important. Hi, Extraordinary Tribe. Welcome to another episode of Telling the Experience on Moments with BOT. I don't know if you were at a point like me in a phase or season of life where you had to take a very important decision, which will of course lead to change. But then you know within yourself that this new phase you're going into, this change you're about to get into, will actually make a huge difference in your life. Have you ever been in that phase? Because I've been there. And yes, though it might be hard to make that decision of switch or change, but then because you know that some things will not change until you change, you have to take that bold step of change. So in today's episode of Telling the Experience, as we always do it, I would just like to share with you 3 things that have helped me thus far in actually aligning myself with change and how that has brought me to become a better person than I am today. One thing that you have to do if you really want to change is to be intentional about change. Mark out your whys. Mark out the outcome that you would experience after you go through that change. Will it be negative or positive? What are your reasons? On a scale of 80-20, would you rather go for the change on 80 or stay back on 20? Ask yourself intentional questions that will actually help you to take that bold step of change. Number 2, take the risks of change. Many times, change comes with a lot of risks that we don't want to admit. You don't want to change that environment, you don't want to change that job, you don't want to change those friends, you don't want to stretch out your comfort zone. Many times, life will demand that you change. I know that it might not come comfortable, but then it is very necessary. When you know that this change you're about to take is important and will actually help you towards becoming a better person in life and the purpose of God for your life, then you have to change. Take the risks of change. Ben Carson said in his book, Take the Risks, that risk is a price, and until you choose to pay the price of risks, you might not get back the price of the risks you have chosen to take. And the last but not the least, know that change is for your advantage. Whether you choose to stay where you are or you choose to take that step towards becoming better, it is first for you and then for others. But remember, it is first for you, then others will be of the advantage. So look around, set out your whys, take the risks of change, and make sure that you take those change in your advantage towards becoming a better person. Because if you don't change, nothing will change. So the question you have to ask yourself in this ongoing New Year 2025 is, where do I need to change? What steps do I need to take towards changing in this aspect of my life? What are my whys? What risks do I need to take? And how can I become a better person by changing? And finally, if you watched the last episode, you will remember that I mentioned that moving forward, we will be having book reading with BOT every month, a book per month. And I'm glad to announce to you that for this month, we'll be reading the book Who Moved My Cheese. I will tag it in the description box, the access link to get the book, and make sure to read along with me. This is an amazing and powerful book that you don't want to miss out on. I've read it and I can say that it will actually help you towards taking that bold step of change that you need at every time and season of your life. So for the month of January, we are reading the book Who Moved My Cheese. Thank you so much, Extraordinary Tribe, for staying to the end of today's episode. Do not forget to subscribe, and of course, do not forget to share this video to someone that needs to see the advantage of change and be intentional towards becoming a better person in the new year 2025. I remain your host, Balogun Oluwatolino Toluwanimi, and I will see you on our next episode.